Hi, I'm at Varahachaikol with an Employers Exclusive, a special report, Employers Evolved, the road to a national insurance carrier. Employers is now doing business in Hawaii. We're so excited to announce we have evolved into a national insurance carrier with operations in all states, excluding the 4 monopolistic states.
It's exciting to be able to provide a product to customers that are doing business nationwide. I started back when this was a single state organization, so it's been very exciting, it's very gratifying, and I think we're in a very interesting position in our industry right now.
I had the honor of speaking with Doug Dirks, President and CEO of Employers Holdings Inc., about the evolution of Employers, from our roots starting as the Nevada Insurance Fund to where we are today, focusing operations coast to coast from Maine to now Hawaii. Employers has a fascinating history as a 106-year-old enterprise.
It spent the first 86 years as a state monopoly, so it was an agency of the state of Nevada. And it was originally instituted because the state mandated workers' compensation in 1913, but there were no insurance companies doing business in Nevada in 1913, selling workers' compensation insurance.
That's when the state of Nevada created the Nevada Insurance Fund to meet that need. The agency was overseen by the Nevada Insurance Commission. Fast forward to the 1980s, after self-insurance was legalized in Nevada. The Nevada Insurance Commission was transitioned into the State Industrial Insurance System, or the SIIS, which operated as the state-run workers' compensation carrier. Throughout the decade, the system operated in a way that assumed things were working fine. Benefits were good, premiums stayed low, and claims were handled until 1993, when it was discovered that Nevada and the SIIS had a significant financial problem because of generous benefits to workers, and premiums were kept inappropriately low. Governor Bob Miller then brought on Doug Dirks as an outside contractor to analyze the system.
At the time, the state fund was reporting about $35 million of capital, of policyholder surplus. So I was brought in to do a financial audit and an operational audit of the state fund to verify whether or not the financial statements were correct. And it turns out that they weren't correct, that there was about a $2.2 billion deficit.
The Nevada Insurance Fund system was on the edge of insolvency, losing about $1 million a day.
We had 18 months of assets left. At that point, we would have had no ability to pay those injured workers who had already been injured on the job and for whom we were providing medical assistance and wage replacement. And so that was pretty serious. There were nearly 50,000 people that were depending on us, and we only had 18 more months to support them. And that then became the impetus to reform workers' compensation in Nevada, not just to fix the state fund, but to reform the comp system more generally.
Over the next several years, Governor Miller and Dirks proposed and guided through the Nevada legislature a series of legal reforms that were designed to return the state fund to financial solvency. As part of the reforms, in 1995, the Nevada legislature passed a bill to end the 86-year monopoly and to open the workers' compensation market to competition with private insurance companies. On July 1st, 1999, the market opened for business with over 250 insurance companies writing workers' compensation policies in Nevada that day. That year, the Nevada legislature enacted legislation that transformed the state fund into a private mutual insurance company owned by its Nevada policyholders. Since then, Employers has become a publicly traded company and continued to expand state by state, with the exception of those with monopolistic funds.
Initially, it was the rehabilitation. That was the fix the financial situation. And the second phase of that was transition as we moved from a state fund to a private company. The third phase of that was expansion. So that was building us out so that we, instead of we're one company in one state, now we're going to be 5 companies plus who knows how many more doing business nationwide.
How times have changed over the last 106 years as Doug and Employers always looks to what's next, especially as technology advances.
The last phase of this is transformation, and we are going to completely transform the way this business is done. And we're well into that process today. we've been launching a series of things in the last 6 to 12 months. There are many more in the works that will completely transform this company and completely transform the insurance industry. We're going to be on the front edge of that. We're not taking an approach we're going to sit back and wait and see what happens. We have intentionally decided that we're going to be leading edge. And so we're making those investments. We're moving as rapidly as we can. So there's a very exciting time for us as a company and as an industry as we move through this period of transformation.
It doesn't stop there. As we continue to evolve, this national insurance carrier will keep showing the nation why we are America's small business insurance specialist. Be sure to follow us on our social media channels and on our website at employers.com to stay up to date on how Employers is continuing to evolve for our policyholders and agents.